go and like keep watch.
Mm-hmm. All right. Alaric will like sit the guy up, like grab him and sit him up, and like kneel down to kind of his level and say through his helm, "Who are you?"
I'm Sir Erlen Westerling, sir. I am very happy to have met you. You wouldn't happen to have some water, would you? I've been singing for too long.
Alaric looks to Ren and like gestures his head towards the Strider. Says, "Give him a little, just enough to talk."
Presumably you did say the Dawn Strider had like a drink on him, so
Yeah.
take it and give it to the man.
Sure. He'll like you've like cut his hands free or
No, just like pour,
Okay.
like give it to him and like just a
pour it
little
out
his
bit,
face.
just
Put it
like
up to
wet
mouth,
his
pour it a
mouth.
little bit.
Sure. He'll like try to drink because he's clearly not had enough water for some time. And that's dangerous and makes you go crazy. Yeah, he'll basically try to drink all of it really.
Could I could I spend a greater action to basically like look over him to like diagnose how he's doing exactly?
Sure. Do diagnose. He looks to be dehydrated. He looks to be very hoarse, but he doesn't seem to be injured.
Okay.
Yeah.
You seem to be a very long way away from home.
There's oh, thank you. Yes, the crag is quite far, quite far indeed. Oh, he sort of just yeah, licks his lips with the water. The water is like warm, but it doesn't matter at this point.
I mean, he could take the water, but
Bastards have been keeping me for too long.
Alaric nods.
Who are you? Are you Lord Karen's men?
No. Kind of grins. Says, "The Lord of the March's commander."
He said, "Sir, you are, yes, Commander." He says, "I'm not too familiar with how things work down here."
how long have you been here?
Just here for more than a moon now. I just didn't know it was so terrible. I said that there were peace now and that there was nothing to fear, but well, clearly those people were not really as well informed as I would have hoped they would. Slightly confused at you and says, I sort of hoped that someone would hear me. They didn't seem to think that that would be very likely. Could you cut these ropes? I would like to stretch my arms a little bit.
Ren looks to his commander.
Alaric just stares at the man for slightly too long, and then gives a very short nod.
Then, with his left-handed dagger he had from his combat, he will slice the ropes.
He just lets out a deep sigh as he moves his hand, like begins to rub his wrists. Thank you. This has been by far the worst experience of my entire life.
You're lucky we found you.
Yes, I was going home regardless, I think, but shakes his head. Who knows how long it would have taken. Looks around, looks at all of you, looks at like the girl with the man looks begins to actually take notice of you and so says, "I." Looks to Alaric as the commander of the marshes.
Alaric nods again.
Squints and says, "Ah." She sits slightly and says, "I." What are you doing here then?
He looks
In the
around.
middle of nowhere. This desolate hellhole.
He looks around to the dead bodies and says, clearing up, as it were. There's a
Very
debt to be
hands-on
paid by them.
approach then.
I'm a very hands-on kind of man.
All right, you fucking lascivious person.
Looks at you and says, "Well, suppose I'll take what I can get. This is a little more than I expected." He sort of tries to stand, but just sort of, collapses down against his eye. I think I'll just sit here a little bit. Edges a little further into the shadow.
Give it some time for the water to enter your system.
Yes, if you have any more, wouldn't mind.
By Ren searching around, gathering stuff.
Yeah, he's
How much food and
corpses.
like, if we take some time to do that, how much do
Well,
you think
I
we
think-
get?
What's Bree doing with
Oh,
her captive?
Oh boy.
Alaric would just let him do that. I mean, let her do that. That's, she's having fun. He'll watch over.
Right. Well, I mean, if you want to intrude, then Bree can just spend her time with you.
Alaric will... Alaric's got to make sure Bree doesn't, cause too much of a mess. Like, popping the man's head off is going to cause so much mess, and...
I'm going to drown you with all of our water.
Yeah, you don't want that. We definitely don't want that. So, yeah, Alaric will just kind of watch. Listen.
Well, Bree's insensitive to your need to drink. Alric.
Yeah, but she's not insensitive to her need to drink, I'm sure.
No, definitely not. Anyway.
And her guides need to drink. So, yeah. Alaric will just...
He ain't moving. He's just sitting,
He'll see if Bree does anything before.
Bree looked at the back of the man's head and looked past the man's head, like the Alaric, and says, "Shouldn't you be looking for a big bastard or something instead of looking at me?"
I'm not falling down a ravine. Shrugs. He chased after him.
It's rude to stare, you know.
Alaric shrugs. It's
All right.
rude to have a knife to someone's eye. Although, I can let this one slide.
It's not a knife, Sir Cousin. Not that. Here, I'll make this easier for you. And, she'll, slowly begin, dragging, the man a bit further distance.
He, stumbles to keep up. Basically his knees, buckled as she's looks smaller than him. Sort of awkwardly crap walks with her. Very carefully.
You know, it's funny how the gods respond. Just a few years back, I was one of those little noble girls captured by the vultures. Name's Brienne Caladan, by the way. I do have a reputation now for ripping apart snakes. I like to come into the mountains to look for them. Didn't quite find what I was looking for. Found you instead. Hi. Pleasant morning, by the way.
Looks at the dagger. Eyes moving a little bit, though he of course can't look behind him.
Right. You know, Would have been smarter for you to just shoot me. I saw that look in your eyes. Actually tried to grab me. Not the first. That worked. Some time ago. Not so much now. Now, and like the dagger slowly moves from like left to right. Now I'm the one who grabs. Funny how the gods respond. Now, it's been a few years since I've been kept up in the mountains. Bree looks up. But it's gonna get light soon. Traveling companions are gone. Taking the food and supplies from those who have fallen. But you're surely a survivor. You could probably handle it. I'm strongly tempted to just let you walk. Give you a chance. I had a chance. And look at me. Oh, well, don't do that. I am curious, though. Why so interested in the singer? Rather boorish. Singing so much that I figured you'd shut him up some way. Why bother to let him be able to keep singing? Why is there any value in him? Looks just like another bastard to me.
He sort of tries to move his head a little away from the knife, sort of taking the chance to speak, hoping that he's allowed.
She will allow him.
He was to be traded as back to his family for funds. It's worth gold. He's from a rich part of the north. So they said. We're taking him to a camp to the north.
How far away is the camp?
Few days. It's a meeting place. There will be others there that will take him.
Rich family to the north, you say?
That's what I've been told.
You know his
Not to
family
be
name?
harmed. Just shakes his head and says, no.
I reckon I'll do an empathy awareness empathy. Is he lying to her?
It's hard to tell from the back of his head, but
Right.
it doesn't sound like he sounds like a little panicked. He probably isn't that far up in the food chain, just being like... He sounds like a grunt, more so than
Sure,
a
sure.
guy who has any sort of... He doesn't really sound educated enough to really know about, like, noble families far away.
Mhm.
So he probably has, like, even if he's heard it, probably has no idea what that would mean. Someone
Sure.
likely told him what he knows.
Perhaps he's ended up being so new here that unbeknownst to like Bree right now, but spinning a destiny point on this person, maybe he was the keeper of the guide directions for how this camp was supposed to look, like what kind of like landmark would be nearby it, so that as this group was traveling to the north, they could actually pick out the camp when they reached it, so that they could trade this guy away.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay. Bree will spend her destiny point for that. And
Sort of, flick his hand, like towards his, like slowly towards his partner. Says, there's a map.
Bree says, "All right, all right."
Haven't been here long.
And Bree says, "You know of any good spots to get water around here? There's so many snakes and this peculiar slime. I might be interested in letting you live, actually, if you could just show me where I could get a drink."
He looks towards the dead infiltrators. Says, I don't know, they were guiding us. At the camp, there's definitely water. And food.
You know how many people would be at the camp?
He moves his head back and forth and says, I am not sure. That depends on how many parties are there. The raiders generally return there with their goods for it then to be brought other places. The runners, he sort of looks towards like the dead,
Mhm.
The dead strider says they go there to rest between their runs. Information goes there. It's distributed from there.
The runners. So like Bree ends up like her eyes like wander towards like someone that reigns over. So their jobs are specifically to carry messages in the mountains?
Yes, it can take long. Says we lost our says we lost our eagle. The eagles are used to communicate. We'd send it up, and then the camp would respond, and they'd know that we were allies of theirs. If we don't have it, we sent the runner. The runners always come and go. They know each other, most of them. They know this place. They know the tunnels. I don't.
Ah, tunnels. And that would be so useful, being able to travel during the day. It's a shame you don't know about them.
So I could go to the camp and try to find out for you.
I'm sure you could. Bree, and like will because of how insensitive and cruel she is like lean her head like against the back of the man and like rub her head against him as she's thinking well, I'm feeling merciful. I'll give you a chance. And she'll knock him unconscious.
All right. Collapses there.
And Bree will like drag him back to like the shade of like the rocky outcropping.
Sure. Sit there.
Once you're there, Bree will check the indicated pouch to see whether there is a map there.
Yeah, there's a map.
All right.
Well, I mean,
Right.
sort of a map. There's like
like a
directions,
landmarks thing.
basically. Yeah.
Bree will like look at it and then like hand it to Kevin. Fuck if she knows how landmarks work in the mountains.
I'll take it. I'll look at it. And go to study that, so he conveniently doesn't have to say anything.
And Bree looks at the unconscious man and says aloud, I think he's earned enough to have a chance at life, such as it is, without his supplies, but he'll at least be alive, and he can make a shot for finding water and food.
Very, very generous of you, Bree. Are you feeling all right?
No, I miss my bed.
Don't we all?
It's not that much of a
So Erlin is looking at her inquisitively, sort of. He doesn't, he seems to be right now just be accepting it. Though he doesn't understand what's going on with
That's
that.
the only way
Bree,
to take it.
Bree like looks up from the unconscious man towards like the new man and says, "Who are you? Another bastard?"
It's like a small hand when say, I'm a knight. I'm Sir Erlin Westerling, my lady. He sort of says, I must say you knocked that man out quite rather fast. Haven't seen that from one such as you before.
One such
What
as
has
me.
that?
Step.
Hudson says,
Step.
well, someone so young.
Oh. Yes, I find it to be more effective to knock people unconscious than to be taken prisoner. Perhaps you should look into that.
Out here, it wouldn't work so well if we planned to bring him with us. That's their philosophy, at least. The more able the captive is, the more he can do for them, I suppose.
Well, it's also a matter of what that captive can give them, such as if the captive is wealthy. Bree
Says,
smiled.
yes, my blessing.
Brienne, I don't think we're gonna be ransoming the poor guy off.
Oh no, it just
satisfied my curiosity. I wanted to know why they would let you keep on with your horrid singing.
So as I am, you're welcome to try. I'm a horrid poor, technically. That's why I'm here. Maybe that can put it in perspective. Although I didn't know how bad it would be. I heard that there would be that some had found gold up here. So I thought I would come and find some.
Bree said, "That's not false, but..." Bree looks to her left, looks to her right. "Good luck seeing the gold."
Since the... Sort of stops a little bit. Just since a long time ago, our lands haven't really been what they were. Frowns. So, thought I should try to do something. Crack has sense enough. If I could find some other gold, we could... I mean, nobody really lives here, right? Well, I thought.
Bree says, "And yet you're of value enough that you are to be ransomed back to your family. Well..."
Yes, they sure didn't know much about the Westerlands, I can say that much. I managed to talk them into just sort of bringing me along. Acted maybe a little worse than I should have. Got me a bit of a beating, but eventually they just sort of let me. Maybe they thought it was amusing. Looks to them. Suppose I'll go with that.
Right. So, like, Bree looks at Sarkazin. "Sarkazin, I'm willing to say that he can travel with us if he can accept that he's going to be coming along to that camp anyway with us. There's a camp where he was going to be ransomed, and it's full of people and supplies. And of course we're going to kill the people and take the supplies, aren't we, Sarkazin?"
Lorik nods, kind of slowly, thinking.
"There's even a guide for landmarks. I handed it to Kevin. That's why I'm letting this guy live, or try to."
Yeah, I would certainly prefer it, if possible.
Can you fight? You are a sir, but...
Just, decently enough. It was my strongest suit, but can handle myself. They took my weapons and armor, though. 'Cause I don't really have much. Not great with the spear. It looks to it, but I suppose I'll have to learn.
"Are you better with a spear than you are with a bow?"
Yes, most definitely.
"Good.
Though-
It's settled."
I suppose I'll try either, really. My strongest suit has always been the pen rather than the sword. Just, the word, so to speak.
"A curiosity to travel to a place where you thought there were no people with that kind of strength." Sir.
I had people with me. So I had like 2 guides who were used to traveling here, and a couple of
Lorik chuckles at that.
guards, but they were not important enough to... You know, shivers a little bit there. Oh,
It wouldn't surprise me if the snakes ate them.
he just looks at you. So you can see in his eyes that yes, that is exactly what happened.
Nods. A shame.
Bree cast her eyes away off in the direction where, like, Big Bastard trundle off. Says, "Sarkazin, he's not back yet. Are you not worried?"
Lorik looks over and, like, kind of squints to kind of look. It's like, we'll give him a few more minutes. We'll, if not...
What if Big Bastard fell down into another ravine?
Oh, we would have heard that, I'm sure. Looks at Bree, kind of like tilts his head slightly. Like, yeah. We heard me fall. I mean, shrugs.
I don't know. He might be bigger than you, Sir Cousin.
I suppose it does fit that around this time he would be sort of trudging back,
Alright.
cracking of rocks and such under him.
Mumbling
speak
swear
of them.
words.
Three squints. Trying to
Something
pick up.
runaway slaves, something.
Yeah. The slithering snake got away.
Unfortunate.
Yes.
Bree calls out from like the rock. What was that, big bastard?
He got away.
Oh, he's one of the runners. Just so you know, big bastard, he's a specially trained messenger for when their egos don't work. So he's really equipped to handle sprinting and hiding in the desert. He even knows about underground tunnels beneath here. And so he's really good at conveying information. It would have been really useful to have him. We could have traveled during the day below ground.
Yeah, Vernat first looks a bit less ashamed, and then that slowly goes towards being the same amount of ashamed.
Varen's like,
Well, he
yeah,
was
of
pretty
course
difficult to catch, but on the other hand, it would have been really useful.
It's like there's like, of course I couldn't fucking catch him. He's like trained to like deliver messages and oh god damn it, underground tunnels. Fuck.
That explains why he was able to keep up with me. Yeah, managed to hide.
Perhaps he actually darted into one of those underground passageways that can carry him straight to the heart of the vultures.
During the day, nonetheless.
Yeah. Is this guy dead yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not saying much anymore. It just sort of, you see him laying there like the stump legs, and just like blood has pooled out everywhere.
Vern sort of hover over him, and then just to be sure, stab him in the heart.
Sure. I mean, Ren is always like ransacked his body, like all his stuff is pulled out everywhere. But sure, you can like great sword him to the heart. It's like
Yeah, I'll
chest.
just stab him with the like spiky bit of the poleaxe.
I like to imagine that was a compelling reason beyond the knife hovering over the eye for why this guy stayed silent as like
He couldn't exactly see what was going on, but he could imagine it.
After that, Varen will pull out the glass jar he has in his backpack. And also what looked like a small keychain of some objects. What looks like 2 hooks, a small knife that's slightly rusted, and a sharpened spoon.
The keychain, holy shit.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a
I
keychain.
know, he presses like a fob and then we hear a bloop, bloop.
And he will proceed to using the sharpened spoon to pull out one of these guys' eyes and put it in the jar.
So,
Bree like looks over and pretty much like this guy decides.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
looks over, and then he sort of looks away, like, oh.
Yeah, Larry's kind of looking like what that guy's face is. It's just, what?
He will then close the jar and put it in his backpack.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go further.
And
hear the
you
clatter of a
can
lot
see
more
that
of
it's
them.
full of eyes, like 20 or 30 eyes.
The fuck?
Disturbing habit, I reckon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that qualifies.
And Larry just kind of like lifts his arms up slightly, like I don't even, and then just goes into the shade, like I don't even just.
He
what
has
the
to have
fuck?
his like 4 jars of trophy eyeballs with him everywhere.
I just.
It's only one jar.
I know, so no one recognizes him here yet because he hasn't built his reputation. You know, he's the
He's
icon.
gonna have
in,
some fucking reputation now.
In Marine, though, he had quite a reputation.
For eyeball collecting, yeah.
Also, makes me partially sad that the beetle I threw at you guys in 13th Age didn't actually eat anyone's eyes like it was designed to.
God.
Oh, shit.
Don't. Yes.
Well, it's backup rations, so.
Yeah. lots of rations. We've got one extra body to feed, so
So really just sort of quietly like, oh, looking away.
I hope, like, possibly on these bodies, either to find enough food to, like, help feed then our new person.
Well, it's gonna take like another one per day, but yeah, that's basically what it's gonna be.
kind of like even out.
Yeah.
At least it's not another giant person. So.
How many of these are there? Damn.
God damn it!
Reed's just full of them. Apparently.
I thought I was different. But family I can understand, but random fucking Western.
The Caladans growing big.
We have like an entire like orchard that we outsource to people.
Yeah. Oh. God damn it! All right.
Yeah. Vern will then proceed to like look over his arrow wound that he got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take off his
Pull the
armor.
arrow out and such.
This baby weighed 7 kilograms when it was born. Now it's yours.
Jesus.
And Ren will have a quick look over the wound.
Yeah.
One, realize how bad it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does look quite grievously wounded.
At least it's not
Lots of
poisoned,
blood
right?
lost and such.
And he will just lean back against the rock.
Some begins to like bake down outside.
Yeah, I suppose on the spot, since it only takes a greater action, I'll quickly diagnose, like, how bad is his wound? Since I can, and yeah. It's rather good just to check. How badly did he get hurt?
Well, pretty badly.
Yeah,
Enough to have taken a wound and an injury from another arrow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's not
And
good.
it's only gonna get worse whenever the milk of the poppy fades off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go up to 2.
Sometime in the future, Vern suddenly starts grunting very loudly.
I need more opiates. Ah.
We don't have a large supply of them.
Oh.
No.
We use
Why
those
didn't you
for
think
combat.
of bringing opiates, my lord? Aren't you? Milk of the poppy.
More.
Because
Should've brought a mace through.
someone looks down at Bree, gets addicted to it.
Somewhere there's a house that's like the one that breeds all the puppies that you use for this milk of the poppy.
We treat
They
the
are
massive
addicted.
people.
Oh, are they in the
and then
Westerlands by any chance?
They're in the Reach, definitely.
Oh, they're in the reach. God, yeah. Fields, man.
Yeah, it's because someone gets addicted to them. He says, looking down at her, and she hasn't had. Come on, man.
She hasn't had for a while. Alright. He'll concede that point. But there was a point, alright. Things
Yeah, there
looked
was
hairy.
a point back in the first story goal of the campaign. Remember that point 20 sessions ago when we were in Wyron Wood and you were on Milk of the Poppy?
It's really looking at all of you.
Sir, I haven't had any milk